Here we go. Good morning. Morning motivation with Thomas Warden, JJ, Ann, Scott, Shannon, Shiloh, Mike, Ricky, Roger, Vanita, Tim. You see all of our faces on here this morning, and many more will probably pop in pretty soon. We want to thank all the newcomers that are coming in the morning times to the live. We want to thank everybody that's coming in through the live feeds that are going out on different videos and posts as well. Everybody here today, we bring a motivation that shifted our life and our energy and our focus on direction of where we were wanting to go. And we all started it by giving more gratitude within our life and the things that we were doing within our life and how we can make it better. So shifting those words of I can't, I can, and knowing now that I can accomplish things that I truly desire, just like everybody else in here knows that they can. Why? Because if they put the focus to it and the dedication to it, then it will come to pass. It will happen. It will manifest. They will be able to taste it, touch it, and feel it. And they can say, wow, look, I did this. And then who are they going to give kudos to? Themselves, yourself, myself, my dreams, my passions, my desires, my goals, my areas that I'm going is what I'm chasing in life. Many people say, I want your kind of lifestyle. I tell them to go out and work for it. You can have just the same thing that I have if you put in the same dedication that I have. Everybody in here has put in the dedication, has shifted their life and many more people around them on a day-to-day basis by the words that we give out to each other and the words that we do to uplift each other. We're not here to judge or break down anybody. And every day it all starts with giving out a few kind words and maybe just a gesture. The smile is the biggest gesture that I can tell you, or the wave, or just to say hello. Sometimes not even saying a word at all can shift somebody's life by just that smile that we can wake up with. How do you get the smile? It all starts with the happiness on the inside first. Once you wake up in the morning giving thanks and gratitude for what you have within your life, then you're getting yourself to that mode and you won't have to use the pen because you'll wake up with that energy and that mindset already set there. JJ wakes up and he has an energy already. And there's many people that don't have this kind of energy that him and I do. But many people that you see in here have shifted their life to start understanding the energy that they have within, the happiness that starts within themselves, and how when they go out into the world, they've seen other people's lives shift around them. Why? Not by saying a word, not trying to fix anything for them, not trying to bring them into a whole different direction, just by giving them a smile and a kind gesture may have shifted their entire life and their whole process, and you may never know it. And that's the best part about it. There's many people that we talk to every day. There's many people that we see every day out there in the world, and we pass right by them. And how many people just kind of hang their head or turn their head, right? And just keep on walking. Why? Look at your brother and sister. Tell them hello. Ask them if they're having a good day. Or just tell them, I hope you're having an awesome day. You know, today is a blessing for all of us. I hope you're having a good one. And keep on walking. You know, you didn't have to start no major conversation, but yet you gave some good energy to the situation. You gave some good output to the situation, all by a kind gesture. Waking up every morning with this smile now, knowing that I have the happiness within my heart because I don't have the stress in my life anymore. I have shifted my life into a different energy, a different vibration. So I wouldn't be with that high blood pressure, with that cholesterol, with that stressed out level that I just want to rip somebody's head off, all because they had said something stupid, you know? So now I really don't worry about it. I just keep on rolling and keep on going because I know I started my day with a happiness within me. Once that happiness kicked in, then I know nothing else can affect me out there in the world because I have a hedge of protection of love and abundance that's all around me that nothing else can penetrate except that. So if it's not of a good light and if it's not of a good nature, it cannot even get inside my realm, inside my aura, because I have set that precedence at the very beginning of my day. That's all I ask anybody else to do. You set the precedence for what you want. And then guess what? You will start receiving that which you're asking for. But yet if you dwell in the negative right after you ask for it, then guess what? It's not coming. So just know when you speak it, you believe it. When you put those words out, you know it. And you have it within your heart of that feeling. It's coming. And I can have this smile all day long because I know it. It's an awesome feeling. And I want everybody to have that feeling. I don't want anybody to dwell on lack anymore or lack of. If that's what you truly desire in your life and that's what's of true value and purpose to you and it will bring true meaning to your life, then let's go for it, you know? And then just know when you wake up, it's coming. May not be today, may not be tomorrow. But guess what? When it comes, you better be ready to receive it. Because if they get that close to you and you put a dwelling on it that it still hasn't arrived yet, or I haven't put myself in that position that I thought I'd be in within 3 to 4 months of starting an online business or starting any business. I should have been further along by now. Then stop, reevaluate your situation, your life, and see what's going on and what do you need to shift just a little bit that will bring you into that alignment of what you've been asking for. And that's all you have to do. Get in tune with you, get in tune with life, get in tune with where you're wanting to go. Then put some direction to it, some focus to it, and then head to it. And keep that drive. And don't let anybody's opinion, anybody's words, anybody's other whatever affect where you're wanting to go. Because if you do, then guess what? You're putting yourself 2 steps back. We didn't climb up this ladder to drop back down. We're climbing up this ladder and we have a team of support now. We don't have people standing on our fingers. We have people that are reaching down from that ladder and saying, come on up here with us. That's what we want everybody in here to do and have. Know that you have people that want you to rise above where you're at because you chose to do something different within your life. Now, if you're going to stay dedicated to it, you're staying dedicated to you and none of us. If you fell off, we're just going to reach out and say, what's going on? Then we're going to, call you on your BS and your excuses because you fell right back into the comfort zone. We're asking people to get a little bit uncomfortable. Yes. But once you shift that habit just a little bit, then it becomes a better feeling. And then you're going to be like, oh, I see why you wanted me to get over here. I'm happy every day. I got smiles on my face every day. I have good energy now every day. I have clear focus now every day. Why? Because now you're getting better in tune with you and where you're wanting to go. It's a good day to have a good day. And I want everybody to have the smiles every day. And I love and appreciate every one of you for coming here this morning. So we're going to pass this baby off to Brother Julio if you got a moment.
Good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? I got in here a little bit late, but it's all good, man. It is still an awesome day. Got some snow flurries here in Chicago, but it's all gravy, man. I'm having a good morning. I wanted to talk to you guys, of course, about perspective, exactly what you're referencing. We all know, and it's very simple. It's a very simple thing. So we know that if we could change our perspective of every situation and every circumstance, and us changing our perspective, what are we doing for ourselves? I think we're examining life alternately, and seeing what's possible and what's capable. So with something as simple as that, I want to ask you all this morning, do you ask for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in your decision-making process every single day? So we make decisions throughout the day. Some decisions we make, we sit there and we literally examine, everything because it's a major decision. Other decisions we just act, we go about them. There's other ones that we make throughout the day that are nonchalant. Some of the decisions we make, we're not even conscious of. How many times when you're driving in a car, okay, so the majority of us are old enough where we've driven that much. How many times when you're driving in a car, not to a location, and you look around and you're like, wait a second, how the hell did I get here? You're driving in a car, you're headed in a direction, and you stop, and you're kind of just like, where am I at? You kind of lose focus. Why? Well, during that time, you were making little subconscious decisions in order to get to that location. Well, why did you go this way? And then sometimes you go, oh, well, I don't even belong in this direction, or I'm a few blocks off, or whatever the case is. Am I the only person that's happened that's happened to? I'm sure that's not the case, right? So ask for. I just want to encourage you guys. Ask for wisdom in your everyday decision-making process, and the importance of that is what? Well, a decision today, and it could be a small one or it could be a large one, can affect the rest of your life. It can affect the rest of your life. It can affect, it can affect the next 3 months of your life, next 3 years, the next 30 years. So in everything, examine yourself. And I think because of the perspective, you'll set yourself up for success. It's almost like a game of chess, so to speak. Do we not, when we're playing chess, you try to think, 2 to 3 moves ahead. Well, if I move it there, then I move it here. And if I move it here, they're going to move it over there. And then I might get God over there, and then my pawn's over there. And then you know, so whatever, you start breaking it down differently. But think about it, if we were to examine, given there's certain things we shouldn't even put that much effort to. You know, if we have, five clean shirts or whatever, and we know we want one's extra dressy, then hey, I might say that was for a Sunday. Let me put on this one for today because it's more comfortable. It's a little bit less dressy or whatever. There's certain decisions where you think of it's a no-brainer. But other things, when you really need to examine it, look at that from the perspective to say, hey, how is this going to affect me? How is it going to affect my family? How is this going to affect, my loved ones? How is this going to set me up for success? Is this going to add to me, or is this going to take away from me? Is this going to set me up for success, or is it not so much? What are my motives, for wanting this? Examine things full spectrum, guys. You examine things full spectrum, and I think you'll set yourself up in the long run for greater decisions and a greater success rate within yourself. And it could be the simplest of decisions to the most major decisions. Just something like that. Not everybody processes in that way. You may say, hey, this is a very simple topic, Julio, this morning. Like, really? Hey, well, think about it, though. Think about how something that simple can set you up. Me making the decision to jump on board, initially and say, hey, I'm going to take a chance for me, the business front. And me sitting here coming every morning in the beginning, and, I never knew we would be on here for this long, have this many people. At that, I didn't know what it would do for me in my life, how it will catapult me, my energy levels. I mean, sometimes just asking people, people asking me, what is it about you, dude? There's something different, man. Whatever you want, I got it, man. I mean, I want it, because there's something different about you, Julio. You're always smiling, or you're always happy, or you have a good energy about you, or your perspective. You always seem a lot more happy about things, or you always look at life from a glass half full versus glass half empty. Like you always just have a positive turn on things. Well, that's a large part of that, and my changing and shifting in the last few months, 6 months, 7 months, is because of being on here with you guys. And that was a great decision for me. 8 months, it's a great decision for me. Changed my life, But the decisions we make today can affect us in powerful ways. Tomorrow, next week, the next 10 years, next 20 years even. Process your life in that way so you can make the best decision possible to catapult your life every day, man.
That's it.
Something simple, but
it's the simplest form. It's the simplest things that we ask people to do is the hardest things for them to change. And it's the only thing that we've asked people to change is to start saying thank you for what you have in life now. We've started asking people to have gratitude for the people around you and the things that you have learned in life. And we've asked you to put a smile on your face. And then we've also showed you, JJ did a while ago, if you don't know how to put a smile on your face, we can show you how to rewire that brain, rewire that thought process. And then the only way to do it is just to get out there and do it. Because if you want it and you keep talking about it, but yet you never take action, then guess what? Things shall never come. But yet if you want it and you take action, whether it's a little step, like Julio said yesterday, I'm not a big reader. Somebody's telling me I'm not a big reader. Guess what? I wasn't either. But you know what I started in my life? I started a chapter a day. What is 3 or 4 pages? Took me about 20 minutes. And then guess what? It was like, I didn't completely comprehend all that. Let me read it again. So I had enough time to read that one chapter twice. And then the next day, I made sure that I put, at least 30 minutes a day aside. How many of you waste it behind the video games or at the bar room or, shooting pool or just sitting out behind the tailgate BSing about life that is bringing you nowhere? Things that you're going to be doing that's doing what? Nothing but spending money, but yet not bringing in any money. So most entrepreneurs in life, we look at any shape, form, or fashion of how can it bring in money, and then how can we network across the world, at the touch of a button. Now it's all fathomable, can be done, and you're seeing many people right here and many age groups, and it's not just them teenagers anymore. You're looking at me, I'm 45, 46, let me tell it right. I'm 46 of age, and you have many people in here that are my age, a little bit older and are younger. And we're doing it. It's not whether it can be done. We are showing you how it can be done, just like those mentors taught us. So now that's why we're walking out here on a day-to-day basis to make sure that you're understanding that you're shifting your life, not mine. You're bringing new energy to your life, not mine. You're bringing new happiness into your world, not mine. But yet we're all interconnected because now we're getting here on a morning basis, and we can have these Zoom meetings across the world because we have Canada, probably Australia, and maybe New Zealand in here this morning, and a few other locations as well, all over the U.S. Now we're connecting with a touch of a button to make sure that we're uplifting each other to be the cheerleaders, the motivationals, whatever you want to be to each other, to see that I am human. I do have a heartbeat. I do have gray hair, and I am turning, to an older man just like everybody else. But yet I have taken the wisdom that I have learned through my lifetime and the journeys that I have been on, from the things that I have learned from people, the mentors that I have had throughout life, through the different skill sets that I have been through, the different third world countries and places I have been, to see the turmoil and the things that we could probably have, and we don't, and yet we take it for granted on a day-to-day basis. So I want everybody to know, enjoy what you freaking have now in this time-space reality. Every day, get up with gratitude, because there's no other reasons why you need to get, pissed off in life about something that you don't have in your hand right now. Well, guess what? If you go work for it, or if you put the manifestation to it and you start putting the energy to it, it will be in your hands. But yet you have to put the correct energy to it to make it align with what you're wanting. Because if you have two different alignments, it's not going to happen. So getting that correct alignment in everything that we're doing on a day-to-day basis is what we're asking everybody to do. Get in tune with you and what you truly want, and not what everybody else wants.
Thomas, can I interject something here? I want to bring a little tidbit into this, that never underestimate the power and the value of a simple smile and a friendly gesture. Never underestimate that power. If you have a hard time smiling because you're not feeling well or whatever, this, that, or the other's going on in your life, one of the little tricks I love to do is I like to keep pens and pencils scattered all over the place, like in the bathroom, right there on the sink, which is the first place I see myself every morning. I have a pen sitting there so that if I don't feel like smiling, I grab that pen and I stick it in my mouth like this. And it always makes me laugh when I do that. It immediately brings a smile. And it's interesting how this little pen trick can change your attitude, because it simply brings a smile to your face, because you're looking at yourself and you got this pen in your mouth and you look so stupid, but you got this big smile on your face. And that right there, it shifts the thought process, and where did I learn this trick? I learned it right here in the Morning Motivation Energy Portal from Mr. Thomas Warden. It's just one of the many tricks that I've learned over the last 4 months of being in here to help me shift and alter the way I go about things in a day and the way I react to things. But and a lot of you, several of you in here have heard about this little thing that I so love to do, but I know there's quite a few of you in here who have not heard this, and there's people online that haven't heard this as well. And I think this is a good place to put it in, because what we're talking about here is smiles and friendly gestures. And I want to challenge you guys to try something, because this is a lot of fun. Next time you're going to a grocery store, be it a Wally World or whatever, wherever you're going to a place that has those automatic opening doors. And they, when you get close to them, they open up. And what I love to do, this is one of my favorite things to do whenever I'm going to a grocery store or something like that, is I look around me to see who's walking in at the same time as I am. And if there's someone that's close, I'll either speed up or I'll slow down so that I get to that door just before they do. And when I get to that door, I stop and I turn around and I smile at them and I say, "Hey, let me get that door for you." And the door opens up, and, no matter what their mood is, every single time, 100% of the time, it brings a big smile to their face. And and it changes their attitude, you know, and it's so cool, especially if you get one of those places that has those double automatic doors, because they always go into the next door and they stop and they go, hey, let me get that door for you. And if you've never done that before, you got to give it a try, because you never know what you can do for somebody's life by simply bringing a smile to their face. They might be going through one of the roughest and toughest situations at the time. And, you know, that might be the one thing that literally turns over their life, is just simply having somebody, some stranger, do something stupid like that or fun that just brings a smile to people's faces. Remember something, you guys, if you're not having fun doing what you're doing something wrong. You need to shift. You need to do something that you're going to have fun with. And you might not be able to do that right now. You might not be able to do it today. But what you can do is start with a pen. Start with this simple little pen. Start with that simple little trick and do it on yourself all the time. And you will be amazed at what it does to your attitude on a daily basis. When your attitude's better, you spread that attitude to the people around you. You spread that attitude to the people that you run into during the day, and you change people's lives. So that's all I have to say about that, kids. I actually have to take off out of here this morning because the rabbits have a home, and I'm so excited about that. We're getting them a great new home. And so I've got to take off early today so that I can go get them prepped for the person that's coming to get them.
Hey, thank you for those tidbits and those tricks again, and bringing your knowledge out to us, JJ, every day. He is an awesome man. He's been in the online entrepreneur world for quite a little while, or the entrepreneur world for quite a while. So he's somebody that definitely can understand, you know, if you don't get out there and you don't put your dedication to it, you don't put your respect to whatever you're doing in life, then it's just, you don't feel good. So if you do you first, give yourself the respect, then you can respect others, and people will respect you, because the way you carry yourself, the way you present yourself, the way you are out there in the world is the way people will perceive you. Because if you don't perceive yourself on a higher standard, on a higher level, then they will not see you on that higher level. Bring your vibrations up. Thank you, Brother JJ. All right. Julio, you had something you was going to pop in there for a second?
Oh, well, I was just going to, what you were saying made me think of something Jim Rohn says, and he was just basically referencing, don't curse, you know, he says, don't curse all you got. You know, in other words, don't curse your life, you know. Bless your life. Bless, you know, your situations. Everybody, we all were dealt a certain amount of cards, you know, and life and whatnot. So, you know, do your best with what you have. You know, that's all. Just as far as just speaking against yourself, you know, the power of positive words over yourself, speaking life over yourself, whether it be in the mirror throughout the day. You know, there's power in your words. The other day we were referencing, you know, speaking. If somebody has a cold or if somebody's sick, how often they'll tell a person throughout the day, oh, I'm sick, or somebody will go, hey, how are you? You all right? And it's evident that the person looks like crap. You know, you don't have to confess that you're sick on top of it. So, you know, you could just say, hey, I'm feeling a little under the weather, but I'm, you know, receiving a healing or whatever. Or just, you know, your approach towards the things that you say throughout the day, no matter what. You know, you can set yourself up for success. Be more cautious of the things that come out of your mouth. You know, what story are you telling yourself throughout the day? You know, there's power in your words. You know, whether you're riding solo, you know, today in a truck all by yourself, Scott, or you know, even though you got the dog there with you, brother, you know, or you're in an office with a bunch of people. You know, or regardless of where you're at and what you're going to be doing today, right? You're around family, friends, you know, whatever the case is, you know, make sure you're telling yourself the right things. You know, what story is, because if people knew what the kind of stories that go on in all of our minds, come on, would people look at you the same with the amount of stuff that goes in there sometimes? You know, the amount of you know, movies that play in your mind throughout the day. You know, some of the stuff that goes, well, I don't know about you guys, I'm human, but you know, there's a lot of bunch of random stuff. You know, you could play 20,000 movies in a day in your head with the amount of things that go rolling around in there, you know. So the power of positivity, the power of speaking the right things. Let the right things come out of your mouth. Not things that are going to contradict your blessings. There's blessings for you to receive in each and every day. But if you're not living like it, if you're not speaking those things over yourself, you're not receiving
it's 9
them.
o'clock.
And looking at it in perspective. It's 9 o'clock. Watch out. Then are you really receiving it? I want this, and then 5 minutes later you're cursing yourself. Don't curse all you got, man. Bless all you have. Your situation is your situation, so bless yourself. Speak power over yourself. Speak with authority over yourself. I love the word because the word says that I can approach the throne of God boldly. So if I can approach God, the creator of heaven and earth, boldly, then what I proclaim out of my mouth will be spoken boldly as well. Whether it be over my life, over a situation, over a circumstance, I'm going to speak life into all things. That's power, that's authority that you have over yourself and over your situation. It'll make a difference and a change for you.
Go ahead, Vanita.
Yeah, I was just gonna, piggyback off of that, because when we have to be really careful what thoughts are going through our minds, because not just the self-talk, that we do to ourselves, but them thoughts will creep in, and so many times as we're observing what's happening in the world around us or in our immediate situation, we're thinking things. We might not be saying them, but we're thinking them, and we need to really be careful. It's so quick, our minds can shoot different things that are not positive, and so we have to be cognizant of what it is that we're thinking and begin to train our minds that when those negative thoughts do come up, that we are quick to, combat against those thoughts and turn those thoughts around to being positive. I was just talking to my mom about something this morning about thoughts, because, I'm a woman of God, and I believe in the power of the word, and I believe that, as a man thinks, so he is. How we speak, whatever comes out of our mouth is in our heart, and that's just the way it is. And so when we speak those words, we want to make sure that we're speaking life into our lives instead of cursing our lives and as Julio said, and speaking death into ourselves or to our situations. And she was talking about this older lady in her 80s, I guess, was talking about how she was ill. It just goes with, he's saying, you may not feel good, but don't have to say that, oh, I'm sick. Say, well, I'm a little under the weather, but I'm fine. I'm going to be all right. Or, speak that health back into yourself. Speak those positive things. Speak those things that are not as if they were, or things that are as if they were not, so that you begin to just speak life and life more abundantly into your situations. And so many times we are fighting within ourselves to have positive self-talk and to speak positive things. And that's why I always say, stop saying I can't. Stop saying I don't know. Speak things like, yeah, I really desire that. That's my desire. That's what I'm going to accomplish. Instead of saying, well, I wish, or, I want, because then it's almost a negative connotation, in my opinion. Because if we're saying that I want something, that means I don't have something, and I'm going to have more of the I don't have. So you just got to learn to change those negative thoughts into positive thoughts, and bless your life. Speak blessings over your life and not curses into your life. So thanks, Thomas. Thanks, Julio.
Thank you.
I try not to say I can't either. I can't is it takes away from everything that we're actually capable of. Even using the words I can't. And back to the word says I can do all things. What kind of power would we all live with? What kind of authority would we all live with? How transformational would we be if we actually believed that, all of us, to the fullest extent, that we can do all things? Man, are you, man? What? The transformation we would make in this world, the ripple effect, exactly, Thomas. Can you imagine the waves? If we actually believe that, how infectious that would be in itself? If you actually believe that you can do all things, instead of practicing I can't, or even saying I can't. The word says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's what the word says. I can do all things. So if he says I can do all things, then who am I to believe any less than over myself? That's how I look at it. If he says I can, then I can. You know?
That's it. Got the fire. Soul on fire this morning. Yes, gotta love it, guys. This is a beautiful day to have a good day of energy every day when you wake up, giving it to yourself with intention and knowing that it is going to be awesome no matter what happens, because you're giving it to yourself. You're giving it to you, and knowing that you have a creator that's around you and has put a self within you that you can do what you want. You know, we had no clue when we started this. This will be going on another week. It'll be 8 months strong that we've been doing this 7 days a week. Did we have a clue that it was going to consistently stay growing and getting bigger every day and being outsourced into other areas and platforms? No. Not when we first started. Why we did it? Because we was doing it for our community, to help our team members to go into a different area, to nourish them, to let them know that we were here for support. And that's how it all started. And then somebody said, well, let's bring it out to the world. So that's how that all started. So now we have people from all over the world, from all walks of life, that is getting the energy every day. And this, none of this is scripted. This all is coming from our heart every morning. When we wake up, what are we giving and what are we feeling? It's what's going on in our life in that now time space reality, because that's what this is all about. We're living in the now. I'm not living, too many years in advance. Yes, like he said, playing chess, I have my moves set just right, but that I know it's going to be a couple years down the road before that all the pieces come just together on that chess game. But that's my life, my design. But who do I live for today? Here, me right now, and the higher powers that are around me every day. That's all we ask anybody to do, is just fine tune your higher energy, your higher power, however you want to call it. Now get in tune with it. And then have fun with it, because it is so much fun to be able to co-create a lot of things and manifest things within your life, to have them in your life the way you want them, and to be happy with it the whole time. Woo! It is a good day. All right. I've got some other meetings I'm going to need to get on. So we're going to open this platform up one more time before we pass it on to Shiloh. All right. Everybody's happy. It's a good day then. It's good energy, good flow. I love it. Everybody is going to get out of here and have nothing but smiles and rock on with it. So, Ms. Shallow, are you ready to wrap us up this morning with some affirmations?
No. I'm ready.
No.
Yes, we are.
No.
Yes. We're ready.
Okay.
Mommy,
Yeah, 1 second. I'm almost finished. I'm almost done, and then I'll get you a snack, okay? You got to cooperate. All right. I write it on my heart that every day is the best day in the year. If I have good thoughts, they will shine out of my face like sunbeams, and I will always look lovely. Each morning when I open my eyes, I say to myself, I, not events, have the power to make me happy or unhappy today. I can choose which it shall be. Being miserable is a habit. Being happy is a habit, and the choice is mine. Every day I wake up and I think, I'm breathing. It's a good day. Waking up this morning, I smile. 24 brand new hours before me. I vow to live fully in each moment. When I arise in the morning, I think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Today is a new day. I will get out of it just what I put into it. I won't let yesterday use up too much of today. I will not waste today because it will never happen again. I will not waste it with a false start or no start at all. Every day is a great day. And that's it. And I got a naked boy in the background.
That little boy is so dang adventurous, I swear. I couldn't help but to laugh the entire time.
Thomas, you're muted.
Well, And I said, yeah, you're going to never know what you're truly going to see on here. So that was pretty awesome. He was getting that breakfast no matter what. So, Shiloh, thank you for talking about the affirmations this morning and bringing that out to us. Little Cole would be in tune with us pretty soon to where he'll let you alone for a second. So get him some breakfast. I thank everybody that's come out today, all the new people that's come out. We thank you all for joining in with us today as well. We're here 7 days a week. If you want to catch the recordings, you can go to Thomas Lee Warden at the YouTube channel, subscribe there, and then you'll see all the Martyr Motivations and all the other videos that we have put out throughout time. So we love and appreciate you all. Have an awesome day. We'll see y'all tomorrow.